Men are just flabbergasting me every single day.
This is a question for the men and the men only. What is the real reason that you've given up on dating altogether?
I don't think men think dating is fun.
You know, I am 40 years old. I am 40 years old, and I feel like dating is 8 zillion times worse.
Why don't men approach women that they find attractive?
It's so infuriating and frustrating, and I can't even help.
Why is my brother the only person I can fucking depend on? Fuck!
The men these days really, they just be doing anything. They'd be doing anything, they'd be saying anything.
I would like to know what in the world happened to men nowadays.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Pearl Chronicle.
You know, I am 40 years old. I am 40 years old, and I feel like dating is 8 zillion times worse than like high school or like my 20s. And let me tell you something, dating in my 20s was a disaster. It was horrible. Men were awful. Boys were awful. And this is so much worse. It is so much worse. What happened to you guys between, 18 and 40? Like, I mean, I don't understand, the ghosting, courting somebody, oh, let's date. Oh, but never mind. I'm emotionally not ready.
Men didn't suddenly get worse. By 40, many have been through enough failed relationships, divorce, or burnout that they're far more guarded, selective, and less willing to overcommit early like they did in their 20s.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna be one of those girls who's like crying on camera and posting it, but I just feel like I need to like say how I'm feeling, and I don't know, I don't really want to like talk to my friends about it, but like I just need to like get the words out there, and just like how frustrating it is to be in this day and age and like dating, especially when you are not going out seeking the person or doing anything like extraordinary. Like, they approach you, they were the one who was doing like the cutesy text message and like putting in all that effort, and then being kind of like offstandish because you're still like figuring out, like, is this real, is this not? And then the second you like let yourself kind of have a moment where you're like, okay, yeah, like maybe I can let myself feel. And then they do you dirty, and it's so infuriating and frustrating, and I can't even help but just laugh. Oh God, I don't even know.
Early QC effort isn't a promise, it's just initial interest. And when he pulls back, it usually means he realized the connection isn't strong enough for him to keep investing, not that he set out to mislead you.
Why is my brother the only person I can fucking depend on? Fuck! Damn!
It's just irritating. It's just so irritating to like be doing every motherfucking thing damn near by your fucking self. And then these dudes be wanting coochie. Like, half of y'all don't deserve coochie. And they still be out here giving it to y'all. Oh my God. I'm fine now, y'all. I just needed to eat. That does not take away the validity. That does not take away the validity of anything I just said prior to.
You're carrying everything solo, so your expectations go up. But most men aren't lining up to earn coochie without seeing consistency, cooperation, and mutual value first, not just pressure to provide.
I would like to know what in the world happened to men nowadays, that men aren't real men. They chase situationships and hookups, and they don't value a good woman. But yet they like to say, oh, I'm looking for something real. I'm looking for, a loyal woman. There's lots of loyal women that are single because they can't find a man that will match that energy. So men come across these loyal women and they don't know what to do with her. They don't know how to properly, simply be a gentleman, treat her right, court, date to marry. Like, that nobody values that anymore because society has really like encouraged feminism and all these women that sit there and brag about, I don't need no man. You know, I'm an independent, strong woman. Well, you know, I am one too, but that's only because I have to be, not because I want to be. My dream in life was to be married, have a loving marriage and kids. And how people just don't value that kind of thing, the American dream, like, nobody wants that. I don't understand. Like, what happened to these men nowadays? I want to be the way God designed it to be. I'm carrying a burden in my life that was never meant to bear as a woman. God created me to be a helper for a man, and that's what I want. That's what most women want. They want a good man. Just have a happy marriage. And this no contact in relationships? Like, what is that garbage? Whatever happened to working out your problems together? Not going no contact, you just don't talk to each other. That really solves something. I mean, that's stupid. If you don't want to be with the person, break up with them and move on. I just don't understand, like, what happened to men in this society nowadays that they don't look at women in a respectful manner like they used to back in, like, our grandparents' time. They don't value women like they should. And that is what has bred and created these women that have to be forced into roles that they shouldn't be doing. So please, men, I'm just saying, step it up and do better for women. Actually have some goals in life and properly know how to handle a woman. It's not really as hard as you think. So I hope this helps somebody, and I hope this encourages all the men out there.
Men didn't stop valuing women. Dating changed, options got wider, and now they only commit where effort, peace, and consistency are clearly matched.
I don't think men think dating is fun. And I don't mean in the classic sense of like straight men don't actually like women and they don't like spending time with them. Every single woman that I know who dates men, including myself, for the past like 2 to 3 years seems to be consistently running into some version of either the man wants to get into a full-time, full committed relationship right away, or they'll act like we are human receptacles not worthy of a common courtesy hello before asking if they can dump their... I genuinely don't think that men understand that there can be an in-between. You talk to the person that you are seeing and you like go on dates and flirt and have fun, and just because you're doing that doesn't mean that the woman that you're seeing is hunting you down with a rifle in a wedding dress.
A lot of men do see dating as risky, not fun, so they either lock in fast when they're sure or keep it surface level to avoid wasting time or getting burned. And the in-between only happens when they feel genuine, low-pressure reciprocity.
Why don't men approach women that they find attractive? And yes, I'm generalizing, y'all, because it's true. A lot of men don't approach women. If you find a woman attractive, you're not going to approach her. You're not going to tell her she's pretty. You never know. Have we as women made it hard for y'all to approach us? That's because sometimes, a lot of times, y'all be on dumb shit, and we don't like. Bro, relax. We don't be.
Most men don't approach, not because they aren't interested, but because the risk of rejection, embarrassment, or being seen as that guy outweighs the reward. So unless the signals feel clearly welcoming, they stay quiet.
This is a question for the men and the men only. What is the real reason that you've given up on dating altogether or haven't dated in 10 plus years? Every single day in my comment section, anytime I talk about dating or relationships or getting married, the majority of men in my comments are saying that they're no longer interested in dating. And I really want to know the reason. Like, what was the final straw for y'all to finally say, you know what, I had enough? Plus, there's this weird information going around that by 2030, like heterosexual couples will be non-existent, people are not having babies and this and that. And do you think that's because men have stopped dating, or because women have stopped dating and people have equally stopped dating? Or is it because men are not pursuing women anymore? I'm really interested to see the comments or the duets on this post as to why y'all have stopped dating in the first place. Did you have a toxic ex? Did you go through a terrible divorce? Did she take everything? Or have you been on dates and they've just been so fucking awful that you finally said, forget it? So what's the real reason that you gave up dating altogether?
Most men who give up on dating don't do it out of nowhere. It's usually a mix of burnout, repeated low return effort, rejection, bad breakups or divorce, and feeling like the risk, emotional, financial, time, outweighs the reward. So they choose peace and control over uncertainty.
Men are just flabbergasting me every single day. I just got done from the gym. I had a long week. I wanted to do a leg day and a sauna. And I got done, got my protein shake. I'm excited. And I'm in the elevator and this guy is in the elevator. I barely made it. And I literally got smushed into the elevator door, in between the doors. And the guy did not even lift a hand to even help me stop. It was a bad slam. Like I was like smushed in between those two doors. The guy did not even help me at all. Not even to press the open door button. Not even that. I'm flabbergasted by their lack of tenacity and testosterone these days. What is going on in the water?
One guy freezing in an awkward moment isn't proof that men today lack masculinity. A lot of guys hesitate now because they're unsure how their help will be received, so they default to doing nothing instead of risking it being taken the wrong way.
I had a wedding and I was booked to do touch-ups for the bride at the reception. So I went to the venue, did what I had to do, whatever. This particular venue doesn't have lifts, so I needed to carry everything up and down staircases and whatever else. All good. Anyway, I finished work, packed up, and there's guests everywhere. People are like, you know, waiting to enter the rooms. There's multiple weddings there. There's a lot of people around. There's staff everywhere. I'm at the top of this like main staircase. It's like 30 stairs. And I have so much gear. I've got like my lighting, I've got my chair, I've got my like actual kit, which is in a like ski equipment bag. Like it's fucking heavy. It's like an 86 litre bag and it's just a lot. Anyway, so I had to do multiple trips up and down the stairs, and I'm like looking around to see like if a man is going to stand up and like help me. They were all like staring at me. Like some guys were sitting down, like guests were sitting down with like their partners next to them or whatever. There was like staff that literally gave me eye contact. Like guys gave me eye contact and could see that I needed help. Didn't do fucking anything. I was literally like, you have got to be kidding me. Like, yes, I'm capable, but like, do the right fucking thing. Like, use your initiative. Be a gentleman. Like, are you fucking serious? And that point I had to prove a point. So I went like up and down the stairs, carried the suitcase down the stairs, and like I could see the guys going like this, like, you know, if I was one of those girls and that was my partner, I would smack my partner on the back of the head and be like, go fucking help her. Like, fucking ridiculous. Part of me was like, are people that insecure that their partner's going to get pissed off for offering another woman help? Or are you just fucking losers and you haven't been raised right? Like, what is going on here?
Most of those men probably weren't thinking, let me ignore her. They were either assuming you were working and had it handled, afraid of stepping in and being seen as intrusive, or just completely socially disengaged. Not performing lack of masculinity, just defaulting to not getting involved unless asked.
Here's the thing about good men, okay? The type of men that many of you say don't exist anymore. They do exist, they just have high standards. So if you are the type of woman who calls other women vain for maintaining a lean physique, taking care of themselves, buying nice clothing, always looking nice, then you will not attract that type of man that has those high standards. If you are the type of woman who puts yourself on a pedestal and views yourself as the prize and cannot take any form of constructive criticism in order to raise those standards for yourself, you will not attract that type of man. If you bring constant attitude problems, you will never attract that type of man. If you are constantly playing games, you will never attract that type of man. A man who has his life together does not need you to come into it and create chaos. He simply just wants peace. The reality is the majority of women want a top 1% man. Meanwhile, they are 30 pounds overweight and bring nothing but attitude problems to the table. It's because of this mentality in our society that women are the prize and don't need to bring anything to the table because they are the table. When in reality, a man who already has his life together wants someone to come into that and join him and make his life better, not make it chaotic, not have to constantly beg you to raise your standards for yourself. So here's the thing, we often make a list of all the traits that we want in our ideal man, but we rarely make a list of the traits that we need to cultivate in ourselves in order to attract that type of man. I'm going to use the fitness example just because it's the easiest, but if you want a man with a ton of muscle, who's in shape, who goes to the gym, who has a six-pack, you also better be in shape and going to the gym and taking care of yourself. This is just common sense. So yes, have high standards for the person you want to be with, but also cultivate those high standards within yourself.
It's about overall compatibility, timing, emotional maturity, and mutual fit. And even highly disciplined, high-standard men still choose based on chemistry and connection, not just lifestyle matching.
Ladies, where have all the good men gone? Do you want to know where they went? They have retreated to their homes. Do you want to know why? Because the good men are the ones that have put in so much effort and had women trash them for putting in the effort. They've had women take advantage of them because they want to be a gentleman, they want to open the doors, they want to pay for your dinner, and you just expect that that is supposed to happen. The idea that you should have multiple men pandering after you just to see which one is the best is atrocious. And this is coming from someone who very clearly wants traditional values in a man and in a relationship. But I am not going to be ignorant to the idea that I'm going to have to contribute something to that relationship too. I'm going to have to put in the effort as well. I'm going to have to be able to communicate and have conversation and be really comfortable with who I am, but at the same time understand that if I want a man to be comfortable with himself, I am going to have to allow him the ability to feel comfortable when he is in my presence. None of this, oh, well, you have to do this and you need to do that, and if you don't handle this, then I'm out. Do I have expectations? Of course I have expectations. My expectations are rooted in having morals and values and being a gentleman and understanding what that means. That means that I am not taking advantage of them just so that I can get a date.
A lot of men didn't retreat, they just stopped over-investing early because repeated experiences taught them that effort doesn't always get reciprocated or appreciated. So they now wait longer before showing full good man behavior until they feel it's actually mutual. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, like, share, and stay tuned for the next video.